The US has brought forward its warships near Iranian waters and beefed up its military presence in the region amid fears of an escalation.
We have to make a meaningful deal, otherwise bad things happen.
The consequences of any attack against Iran will not be confined to its borders.
If these edge-of-the-seat developments aren't enough for you, let me add more explosive claims to it so you understand the gravity of the situation. Israeli media claims Israel is ready to go to war against Iran with the US, regardless of the duration, and that the US can attack Iran sooner than expected. Here's everything you need to know about this escalating tension. And trust me, it isn't a simple one. With aircraft carriers positioned within striking distance and rhetoric intensifying on all sides, the world is watching closely. Is this strategic pressure or a prelude to conflict? American CBS News reports US forces are ready for possible strikes within days, while CNN says the military has been placed on high readiness, with some officials pointing to action as soon as this Saturday. Though Donald Trump has yet to make a final decision, the message is clear. The clock may already be ticking toward a deadly showdown. Washington describes the deployments of the USS Abraham Lincoln and the USS Gerald R. Ford as the defensive, aimed at protecting American personnel, deterring Iranian attacks, and maintaining regional stability. But the scale of this buildup signals something more: a clear attempt to pressure Tehran as negotiations over its nuclear program hang in the balance. The current crisis is part of a decades-long rivalry, often described as a shadow war. Relations collapsed after Iran's 1979 Islamic Revolution, transforming Tehran from a US ally into one of its principal regional adversaries. The US says Iran's nuclear ambitions, missile programs, and support for regional armed groups make it a threat. Strategic waterways such as the Strait of Hormuz, through which roughly a fifth of global oil supply passes, add another layer of urgency. Here is a quick breakdown of the intense diplomatic messaging. From Washington, the White House, the Trump administration has adopted a dual-track approach, warning Iran of potential military consequences while simultaneously urging it to negotiate. What adds to the troubling nature of the situation is that the US President Donald Trump has publicly suggested that strikes on Iran remain an option if a deal is not reached. Iranian officials, however, say progress has been made on guiding principles for a possible agreement with the US after talks. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei's stark warnings that Iranian forces will target US warships if provoked only show that Iran believes that the possibility of an attack is real. The threat of an all-out war has made the European powers and regional governments call for restraint, cautioning that any escalation in the Gulf risks triggering a wider conflict and disrupting global energy markets. Now, Israel remains Washington's strongest supporter in this standoff. Israeli leaders say Iran's nuclear program and expanding regional influence pose an existential threat. They want an end to Iran's nuclear and missile capability. The dimension of the conflict is multifaceted, as two big powers in the region, Russia and China, urge restraint. Both these countries have warned against the US strike on Iran, while deepening cooperation with Tehran. Russia is holding joint naval drills with Iran in what many see as a reaction to the US warships' presence in the area. Now, the outcome could range from a renewed nuclear agreement to a prolonged standoff, or even a military confrontation. But for now, the Gulf remains on edge, where a single miscalculation could have dire consequences for regional stability and global politics. This region is experiencing situations unlike in the past, and Pakistan TV covers them in their true perspective. More on this subject soon. Stay tuned.